Welcome to the Mediabox. Hannah Bardell here to talk about threats to the lives and safety of journalists and human rights defenders in Azerbaijan. Why the need to look into this now?
I think the very clear message that I've received from the human rights defenders and the journalists that I've met so far is that many of them have either been facing persecution or major blocks to just doing their work of holding the government to account. So we obviously have a long way to go in this report, and I'm hoping to travel to Azerbaijan to hear from the government as well. But we certainly have heard some very concerning accounts of experiences of journalists and human rights defenders, and I want to get a greater understanding of how things can be improved and actually work with the Azerbaijanis to see what can be done. But as is the custom here at the Council of Europe, we want to hear from everybody, and we want to really get under the skin of what the real issues are.
You talked about persecution there. Can you give us some examples?
Yes, so everything from people having to move out of their country, out of Azerbaijan for their safety, to we have had reports of physical attacks, but also then a real sliding scale of journalists not being able to get accreditation and human rights defenders organisations not being able to be listed within their own country. For example, I met with one LGBTIQ+ group yesterday, and they were saying, that stops them from being able to travel, from being able to get visas, or being able to just work within their own nation. So as an out and proud lesbian, that's something that is, important to me personally, but also just to understand across the world what these kind of groups are facing. So we feel it's very important that in the context of Azerbaijan that we can look at the experiences of these different organisations and journalists and understand what they're going through and what can be done to change that.
Hannah Bardell, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.